Welcome to Healthy Lifestyle. I am Lori Anne Casdia. Our goal here at Healthy Lifestyle is to inspire, educate, and empower you to fulfill a healthy, emotional, spiritual, and physical life so you can feel empowered to live the life you have always wanted and dreamed. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you all are having a great day today. Hello to all our friends on Facebook. Thank you guys for following. Today, Michael, I wanted to talk about your podcast, Yapping Yankees.
That is awesome of you.
How is it going?
It's going awesome. Actually, this past Sunday, I just came back from taking a little 2-week hiatus from it because I usually never miss a weekend, but I just figured I'd have a little mental reset, and I enjoyed it. But it was good to get back into it this past Sunday. Excellent,
excellent. And you're on a mission, right?
Yes, a very big mission.
What's the mission? It's on YouTube.
Yes, it's on YouTube. I'm looking to grow that channel. It's also on 4 other platforms, being Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and SoundCloud. Right. But especially with YouTube, it's a very important platform to really take off on. It's obviously very popular. I feel like everybody at one point or another just goes on YouTube to watch something. So it's a big goal of mine.
And the good thing about being on YouTube, going to listen to your podcast on YouTube, is you can get all of the episodes, especially if you're a big Yankee fan like I am. You saw my shoes, Michael. I got to bring them in one day and show the people on Facebook what they look like. But I have sparkly Yankee shoes there with 5-inch heels. So, but who is in the station today to talk to us about your Autoglass Network is the great, fabulous Reggie, right? Reggie Berrios, named after
Reggie Jackson, very appropriately.
Right. So this is what is they call it?
Symbolic.
It's symbolic too. Yes, that it is. So Reggie, welcome to the show. We also have Dan McCormack from Automotive Technology Solutions, and we're going to talk about what these guys do and the importance and the differentiation between them and what other people do out there. But I hope very much so, Michael, that everybody joins your Yapping Yankee on YouTube and they follow you, and just keep listening to that. You do a great job on that.
Yes, thank you very much, Lori Anne. Yes, again, Yapping Yankees every Sunday, SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Spotify, those 4. I really appreciate the plug, Lori. Thank you.
Oh, no worries, but definitely follow them on YouTube because that's the best location.
Absolutely.
I'm just saying. But, all right, guys, welcome, Dan.
Welcome.
Reggie.
How's it going?
It's excellent. How's it going with you?
Nice snowy day outside. Can't complain.
It is true. So we are so happy to have you here at the station. So here's the question: your auto network. What's that about?
Your Autoglass Network. Basically, we are contracting autoglass jobs for other vendors, other autoglass companies nationwide, not just here. So we're a little different than other autoglass companies. We're not just fulfilling just for us. We're opening the doors for other autoglass companies to get more jobs, and basically we're just contracting the jobs for them, marketing for them.
Well, we're gonna back that up and unravel that because that's a whole lot of information in one moment.
Okay.
So basically, your Autoglass Network is similar to, let's say, like a Safe Flight.
Yes, similar, but just a little different because, like I said, we are contracting the work out to other vendors.
So you certify technicians is what you're talking about. Do you certify the technicians that are authorized to work on behalf of your Autoglass Network?
Yes, correct. So they do take a class and they do have to pass a test to work for us. So they're sponsoring us as well too.
Right.
So not just any Autoglass company can do it. They'd have to take a Zoom call. It's the same thing as just passing a class.
They take a webinar, they get certified by you, and then once they pass all of those, because they represent your company when they're out there. Mm-hmm. And you only take the best of the best of the best of those technicians.
Correct.
Who are out there. They have their own business. So you're also, as a network, you're supporting all these this glass repair.
Correct.
Like your windshields and your back the back windows, right? And the side windows, anything on the autos and on your trucks. Yeah. Do you do fleets?
Yes, we also do fleets. Like I said, there's anything that has to do with glass and auto, we will fix it.
That is so cool. And Dan, so your company works with your Autoglass network, and your company is Automotive Technology Solutions?
Yes, that is correct.
And so what do you do as it relates to the glass? Because I thought you just come in, I've seen them do it a gazillion times, they just replace the glass and then they leave. But that's not really what happens, does it?
Well, not anymore. So now most of the cars have safety features. So if the windshield's been replaced, we have to bring that safety feature that's integrated into the windshield back to dealer specs. So after the windshield's been replaced, it's got to be set up and recalibrated with a computer, make sure everything's back to normal. And
what are you recalibrating? It's glass.
There's lane departure warning systems. There's a forward collision alert. So
does that affect my my heads up and all those?
The heads up is actually integrated into the dashboard, but it's more or less like the forward collision alert, the lane assist, and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. So the forward collision, you're talking big words. You got to dumb it down for me, dude.
The forward collision alert would be like if you are, let's say, on the highway and traffic slows down and you're not really paying attention, it'll stop the car for you so you don't hit the car in front of you.
Car. Yeah. It stops it. All of a sudden the car stops and you're like, wait, what happened? So, that's pretty cool.
Or if you're getting out of lane, it kind of guides you
if you're drifting
into lane. So
now, do you do all different kinds of cars, or do you just do certain makes and models, or can you do a Tesla?
The Tesla,
those are tough to
It's hard because they don't want to release the software
Specs,
for it. Yeah, so Teslas are like one of the things we don't really mess with, but everything else generally we can take care of it.
Wow, that's really very interesting. So this concept is really cool that you have relative to being an auto glass network, and that you guys work together doing this. So Reggie, your guys will put it in, and then Dan, your guys will come in and make sure the calibration is right, or
they hand it off to me and I'll take care of it.
Okay. So now you're nationwide and growing, right? And you certify these individual companies who then represent you out there, and how do people know that they're your people? Or do they have the trucks with your name on it? Do they wear jackets with your name on it? How do I know that I'm getting one of your guys?
Okay, so basically,
or women, sorry.
Yeah, so basically we'll have it set up, before the company who we selected to go there. We're going to let them know that they do work for us. We sub out work to them. They will have something on their van showing at your Auto Glass Network
that they're certified.
Right, they're certified for that. We will send them headshots of the person who's coming, so they know who's coming.
So as a client will receive a text message back, because everything can be done through the computer, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Correct.
So I'll get a text message back and with a picture of who's going to show up.
Yep.
Oh my God, I love that.
Yep.
And you guys are mobile, right? You go wherever somebody is.
Completely mobile.
Yep.
I'd love that.
With the calibrations, though, some have to be done in shop. So.
Okay. And do you let them know that in advance? Or?
Absolutely.
Really?
Yes.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So what do you do as far as the calibration outside of the state of New York?
So we're going to be same thing, subcontracting, same thing.
Have certified technicians?
Yes, in different areas, cover those regions. So make sure everybody gets it done the right way.
Right.
So it's basically the same concept.
That is really cool. So let's just unravel this a little bit. What got you into this?
All right. Well, I started this 21 years ago.
You've been doing auto glass
for a very long time.
Wow.
And
you don't look old enough, too.
Thank you. Appreciate that. I was like 5 when I started.
Me too.
So it's just through the years of working for different companies and seeing different things progress. I think we learned a lot from it, and we wanted this to be a better, I guess, company and a better, I guess, district where we're doing glass and a little differently than other companies doing glass. We're getting the best people to qualify to do the best work. At the end of the day, it's for your family's safeties. We want to make sure that the glass is put in properly, the recalibrations are right. It's just all about safety, family orientated. We're just trying to do things the right way.
Yeah, you're a big family guy.
Yes.
You have what, 4 kids?
I do have 4 kids.
Wow. What are their ages?
They range. All right. So my oldest is Reggie. He's 20. He's 19. And then I have Jaden, who's 14. And then I have Aubrey, who's 7, going on 22. Then I have Ava, who is 3. And they're all wonderful. I was truly blessed with gorgeous kids. And they're one of the reasons that keep me driving and keep me going, do more things and be better.
Yeah. You really have a great spirit about you.
Yeah.
So Dan, how did you get into this business?
How did I get into this business?
Oh,
that's a great question. Well, I was working for a heavy operator when I was about 15 years old, and his best friend owned, excuse me, an auto glass company. He happened to be moving to North Carolina, so he didn't want to leave me without any work. So he said, hey, why don't you try this? And
wow,
that's it. And
how did you get into calibration?
That actually just came up as I, have been in the auto glass industry. It actually came up about 3 years ago. The vendors that we buy glass from, they offered a system to, the auto glass industry, because you'd have to take it to the dealership and people didn't want to have to wait. And so they offered it to us, and I went, took a class in Ohio, was there for a week, learned about it, and just been doing it ever since.
Wow, that's really cool. You're definitely one of those guys. You both are actually those guys who, as you find another need, you learn more about it, you dive into it.
Absolutely.
You got to adapt. Everything's changing in the auto glass world.
Yeah.
We want to be ahead of the game.
Well, and that's what I loved about it when I was speaking to you guys about coming on the show, is that you're not just doing business as usual. You're making sure you're cutting edge. You're making sure you understand the changes that are being made. You're making sure you're updated, because I've heard of situations where and actually I experienced it, where somebody installed glass and they didn't do the calibration, so nothing was working, and I had my dashboard hanging. My dashboard was lit up like a
Christmas
crazy,
tree,
like a Christmas tree, and I was just like, what the heck? I didn't know if I was safe, if I wasn't safe, and I actually had to get the insurance company involved, and it took 6 months for them to remedy it. So I love that about you guys, is that you, like, from the day one, you're worried about you're concerned about their safety. You're both family members. You have children too, don't you, Dan?
2, yes. 2
ages?
I have Ryan, he's 3, and my daughter Emma, she is 2.
Shout out to the fam.
Yeah.
Love it. So family is real important, and their safety is real important.
Yep.
So, and when you started this, what were you thinking? Because I know that your vision is huge. It's absolutely huge. What were you thinking? What was decided?
The motivation behind it?
Yeah.
Just to make it as simple and easy as possible.
We're trying to grow the smaller companies into getting more work. We're trying to, at the end of the day, we know these technicians are certified. We know what kind of work they progress. We see their Google reviews. We do research. We're not just going to send any guy to your shop or somebody who was just trained for 2 months. We're trying to help out people in their communities, especially nowadays with all this going on. A lot of businesses are getting hit.
And
we want to support those small businesses as well to stay alive
and lift them up.
Yeah. So whatever we can do to help out, we can all make this, a better.
And you also give back to the community, and so every community that you're in, you kind of give back to in one way or another, and that's a really great way to be. And I love that you're stepping it up. My understanding, and I don't know because obviously I'm not a technician, but my understanding is your certification program really is very stringent as far as requirements to pass, because you want the best of the best.
You want the best of the best, exactly.
Yeah.
You want to make sure they're getting the best person. Do the best job, do it right the first time. Especially now with all these cameras and everything, it's very, very dangerous out there. So,
and it has to be precise. It's extremely precise now.
Right.
It's not like it was 10 years ago where you can kind of just throw a window in and that's it. So
yeah, and that's something that I noticed, is that it is so, there are so many things that have to be taken in consideration. To me, the only thing I want to talk about this, I'm going to put you on the spot. Okay. The only thing as a driver, other than, of course, the calibration working and the safety aspect, is not hearing that wind.
Air noise.
So let's talk about that, you guys.
Okay, so a lot of people say, when you break a seal from the factory, it's never the same, which isn't true. Sometimes it should be other issues that you're getting the wind noises from. It doesn't have to be from the windshield. It could be the things that you take off around the windshield.
Like the moldings.
The moldings. They're plastic, so sometimes they'll lift up. But we'll make sure that doesn't happen. You got to make sure everything's secure, put down right. So it's about the glue you use also, and the temperatures you use it in. So that all plays a part as well.
Well, some of the temperatures you don't have control over if it's really, really hot or really, really cold.
You have to use different type of glues. So there is different, there is different type of temperature glues for that. So for those occasions.
Stop it. Serious?
Yes.
Anything below 0 degrees is you really have to bring it inside.
Fahrenheit.
You can't do it outside if it's below 0.
Okay.
So
what do you do in those cases? Do you wait?
So we indoor shops, basically. Indoor shops, we have places.
So your certified technicians would actually have the car delivered or bring the car over to the certified shop so that it's in the right environment? environment.
Right.
And how long after that do you have to wait for it? Because they put that little blue tape on.
Right.
How long do I have to wait? Because I think I'm still driving with the blue tape. No, I'm only kidding.
People do.
2 years
People leave it
later.
on for a
Which is
long
funny,
time.
and sometimes, which is funny that you brought up the wind noise, they'll say, hey, my car's making a crazy noise, my windshield's going to fall out. Sometimes the tape's still on, they're just flapping in the wind, and I'm like, just take your tape off.
hysterical.
It's just the tape making the noise. That's
Oh,
it.
It
that's
happens
so
all the time. It's so funny. So the tape is 24-hour tape.
Okay.
As we tell people, anything longer than that, you're going to start leaving residue on your car. Pretty much the tape does is it holds the windshield up in place from sliding down. Keep trying to keep it as stable as can. Usually 2 hours to 3 hours is the best to not drive your car at all. Kind of let it sit and dry.
Oh, okay. So if it were that cold situation scenario where we have to bring it into the shop, do you keep it for 24 or do you just keep it for like 3 hours, make sure it's like solid and then
Before we give it back to the customer.
Right.
Usually
Yeah.
it's got to sit for at least an hour before you can release the car.
sending it back into the Arctic?
The reason why we say the importance of the drying of the glue is because, God forbid, you get into a car accident, your airbag will release your windshield out in the air. It will literally deploy your windshield straight up in the air. That's why we say you have to let the glue dry. That's the importance of letting it.
Say that again.
Yes.
What would happen? The force of
So
the
airbag
airbags?
will release the windshield and launch it into
Because the glue is still wet.
Still
The
wet.
glue hasn't cured, so it still has an effect on
That's
it.
one of the importance of
So
letting it
minimum
dry.
of an hour to 3 hours to
Yes.
let it
Safe
sit and
drive
dry.
away time.
Yep,
yeah.
safe driveway time. Very
Really?
important.
Okay.
That's why, like I said, we're out here trying to educate the public what's in stake, how important it is to get it done the right way the first time, because there is a lot of liabilities in this.
And just a few things, too. We also offer a valet service where we could send somebody to pick up your car if you can't bring it to our shop. And then we would return the car as well.
I love that. That's great. So sometimes like I'm working real hard, you can't do it in my driveway, so you'll do it, or at my business, you'll do it. Come get the car, bring it back to
Bring
me.
it back to the shop, do it, change it, and bring it back to you.
Wow.
Like it never left your house.
So the obvious question that everybody asks is, how do you handle COVID? Now you're sitting in my car. How do I know? You got a technician in my car. I don't know where he's been. What do you do?
Okay,
do you have a protocol?
Yes, so we do have a protocol. Well, obviously, if you're coming into the shop, you're gonna get temperature taken.
Got it.
You have to have a mask on, no matter what. And then also, what we do is we wipe down the car before and after of the car.
Right.
Lysol wipes, the dashboard. Most of the time, we're not in the car working on the car. Most of the stuff is outside the car, taking the windshield out and stuff like that.
But if we are, we have gloves on and we're wearing a mask as well.
Right.
So
right,
everybody,
right.
we're trying to keep everybody safe.
Do you wear those, echo suits and
No, not as
Just hazmat suit.
the hazmat? Yeah, I couldn't think of that
I've
word.
thought about it, but no, I haven't got there yet. So
Haven't gotten to the hazmat
Not
suits yet?
quite
No,
Okay.
not yet.
All right.
Also, with COVID, too, a lot of the customers, what they'll do is they'll leave the key in the car unlocked so that there's no interaction between us or the customer.
Or in a mailbox.
Or in a
right?
mailbox,
Yes.
and just we take care of it, and that's it.
And most of our stuff, our invoices, we'll just email it right to you. No have to sign any paperwork or touch a pen that another person touched.
Right.
Just a quick email. It's done.
So you're all touchless as far as that
Yeah.
goes.
Paperless.
Yeah,
Paperless,
paperless, touchless. And they could just go online. They're able to access that information, put their information in.
Correct.
What kind of information are they going to want to have on hand when they do stuff like that? Their insurance company?
You mean as far as filing a claim?
Yeah. Having you come to do it. My glass is broken. What do I need to have?
Okay, well, the website is a big help too as well, because on the website you can actually, if you're not going through insurance, to say you're paying out of pocket, you can actually get a quote online from us.
Right.
You can see the nearby areas with the other quotes, how we're gonna have a better price as well.
Right.
But if you are going through insurance, you just fill out the proper requirements on there. Your VIN number is very important to have. Your policy number, the insurance company that you're using. And if you have an agent doing it, they can fill in it well. Just put their name, who they are. We can contact them as well.
Right.
And we can do the same thing.
Right.
But yeah, just mostly your VIN numbers are important. Obviously, your make and model is very important. What kind of car we're doing.
Right.
And your policy number and your insurance company.
Now, what do you need the VIN for?
So basically, the VIN number actually it determines what windshield goes in your car. There's some cars have 7 or more windshields that go into your car.
Gotcha.
So especially
Wow.
now, especially if the kid have recalibrations, like anyone know. It could be plain. It can have a rain sensor. A rain sensor, basically, your wipers go on automatically when it rains.
I have that.
So it can have
awesome.
heat elements at the bottom of the windshield that defrosts your windshield for you. It goes on and on.
Heads-up display.
It just goes on and on. So basically, a VIN number is getting the right proper windshield for your car the first time. Not
Gotcha.
going there and having the wrong one and have to come back again, because that does happen a lot. So having the right VIN number, the right part number, it all plays a part. It's
Oh
a
my
lot
gosh.
to it. There's a lot to it.
We are going to continue this conversation. You are listening to Healthy Lifestyle with Lori Anne, and you guys, will you hang out for the second segment?
Absolutely.
That's awesome. We're going to continue the conversation because this information is really, really important. You know, the safety of our families is number one, and this is really something that everybody driving cars needs to really know and understand. And the more we're informed, and I know this is a mantra of yours, that education, really, really important. So stay with us. We will be back. And just a short few. Welcome back to Healthy Lifestyle. We're grooving here in the studio. I am Lori Anne. If you have any questions, comments, or ideas on something you'd like to hear about, or you just want to chat with us, please email us at healthylifestylewithla@gmail.com. You can follow us on social at Healthy Lifestyle with LA, at Facebook, Instagram, and certainly you can listen to all of these podcasts on all the different services that are out there, including Google, iTunes, Spreaker, SoundCloud, you name it. We're out there. And look for us on YouTube, Healthy Lifestyle with Lori Anne. And don't forget, follow Yapping Yankees for our amazing producer, Michael. So we are going to help you with that. So we are live streaming on Facebook, have been for a while. So if you are on, please feel free to drop something in the chat box. I can multitask. We're talking here to Dan McCormack and Reggie Berrios from Your Auto Glass Network and Automotive Technology Solutions. That's a tough one, Dan.
It's a mouthful.
Wow. We got to talk about that name. We're going to shorten it to ATS.
Perfect.
And it'll make it a lot easier. But we are talking about, the company that you put together. And so here's the question I have for you.
Yes.
We were talking about the process and them going online to throw in if they want to make a claim. Okay. So what does that process look like? So how much stuff do I have to do? Because I don't have time for this.
Okay. So basically,
I'm already annoyed that my windshield is cracked.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Okay, so the process is very simple. Basically, when you fill out your information online, one of our representatives will call and contact you. We already know your insurance company, so we're going to probably mostly have them on the line with us.
So you call our insurance company.
We will call.
Thank God.
All you need is your... Well, we have that too. All we need is your voice. Because without your voice, we can't set the claim up. We can't just set the claim up without you.
Oh, so you do what, like a three-way conference?
Correct.
Yeah, they'll conference you in.
So I just have to say, yeah, it's cool. Just let them do it?
Yes, exactly. Okay. So we'll kind of give you an idea when we're going to call you. Let them know we'll have them on the phone ready to go. Right. This way you're not waiting online. Just to make a claim, press 1 for a claim. We'll have all that set up for you.
It takes about a minute and a half.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep. We'll get you in and out, get you the right shield, the right company, and then that's pretty much it.
And that's Clarissa, right, in your office?
Yes.
Love Clarissa. Shout out to Clarissa.
She's awesome.
She is awesome. She's awesome. So nice.
So she's very good on the phone. She makes you feel at home. It's
personable. You all do. You guys are really you're upfront, you're upstanding, you're just real.
We care about what we do.
Yeah. Well, I can see that. You can definitely hear that, feel that, see that. So you make the process easy from soup to nuts.
Yes, we're trying to do that. We're trying to educate people on the glass, how important it is. We're trying to make your life easier. With this day and age, everything's crazy. So if we can do a little simple for your life, we're here to do it.
I love it. Hey, how about the non-millennials who don't really like going on the internet, don't like doing it online? Do you have a way for them to just call you up to get the glass work done?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
You can still do it the same.
And what phone number would they call?
You call the Auto Glass Network.
631-672-5269.
One more time? Slower.
631-672-5269.
Yeah, New York talkers. We talk really fast.
Yes.
I was doing a webinar the other week, and it was actually last week, and I had some people on from different parts of the country, and I got in the chat box, can you just talk slower? I'm like, sorry, apologies.
We do everything fast. Everything, we're on a rush to go nowhere, always.
No, we're going.
So
just to touch back on the phone number, you could also receive a text message back, so you don't even have to physically speak to anybody.
Okay.
So we'll set it up that way as well. A lot of people do tend to like that. Too.
Yeah, I like the text thing.
Everybody
That's really
texts.
good. But
Convenient.
some people don't like texting. They don't like the email. They don't like going online. But they want to be able to pick up the phone.
Right.
I know. I was
Simple.
recently looking for someone to do my my gutters, and I went on their website, and all I wanted to do was call them, and I had to actually find a piece of paper to write it down. It was annoying.
It's so annoying.
So, but in the end, they did a great job doing the gutters.
I'm glad you're happy.
Yes, very much so. But it was really very funny because that's the first thing I said. I'm like, can't you fix that? Let me fix it for you. But okay. So I have a couple of questions. It's like, so we were talking about why you're doing what you do. So why do you guys do this? We were talking about safety, but what are the other reasons why you do it? I mean, I know you love cars.
I mean,
and you're obsessed with them.
I'm obsessed.
Danny's Danny's in a different level of cars. He's definitely obsessed.
Yeah.
There's probably someone needs to reach out for that.
They're meant for that.
First is admitting you're wrong. But anyway, I have a problem. But anyway, I got into this. I kind of fell into my lap. I was 21 years old. Didn't know what I wanted to do.
Right.
Went to college. I did everything else. Then bills started piling up.
Yeah.
And I said to myself, when I first started doing it, I'm like, I'm not doing this, man. I'm cutting myself like crazy. I said, there's no way.
It's not easy to do.
But I said, you know what? Stick with it. Learn a trade. Learn something, it can do it. And then after a while, I got really, really good at it. And I was like, everybody was like, wow, you're really good. And I was just like, oh, I'm just saying that. But then I realized I am really good. And then, I would do things twice as fast, but just as neat. And then I started training people, and I started seeing myself move up slowly and slowly and slowly. And I just kind of took it under my wing, and I love doing what I did.
Did you take because I also know you're a personal trainer. Did you take that mindset of being a personal trainer? And you're very positive, and everything is like, okay, just do it. Just do it.
Yes.
You're the jump in, give it a try. I'll learn it as I go.
Yep.
Did you take that mindset and bring it forward to this project?
So basically everything I do in life, I do the same thing, same mindset, positive. If it's a negative thing, I'll find something positive out of it.
Yeah.
I'll turn it around.
Yeah. And we talk about that all the time on Healthy Lifestyle. You got two lenses. You get to choose which camera lens you look through life at. Yep. And we pick the positive camera lens because the other one doesn't really work.
The other one's that good.
No.
The other one's that good.
It doesn't work at all. And Dan, you're like that too.
Very much like that.
Yeah.
Have to be.
Yeah, it's true.
And, as I grew working and learning the business, and I said to myself, I want to be a business owner one day. I want to do it the way I want to do it.
Right.
I want my workers, treat them differently, have positive influence in their life as well. So it's always good to help people around
help bring them up as well.
Right.
Yeah. Positive influence. We have that opportunity to do that every single day. So if you're not doing it now, you could do it in 5 minutes. You could do it tomorrow.
Exactly.
The laws of attraction too. So.
Well, I love law of attraction.
Yeah, me too.
That's and it's so true. What you put out there is what you get back.
What you get back.
That's why you get the fine technicians that you do, because they rise to the occasion. They're elevating at a different level.
Yes.
And those are the ones that seem to be attracted to working for your
they believe in the same
network.
thing. They believe in the same thing we do, doing it right, safety of their families. They have the same beliefs we do. So we try to find a fit.
Yeah.
We're one big family. We're just trying to be one big family.
You get a certain kind of person that way.
Yeah, without a doubt. And you weed out the people who are just doing it to do it.
For a paycheck.
Yeah. And that's not what you
slap it in and go, and that's not what we want.
No.
We're about quality, not quantity.
Right.
We're trying to do it the right way the first time.
Yeah.
Make sure you're safe, your family's safe. That's the bottom line.
Yeah, and also the technicians, they must feel really good about themselves because they did it the right way. They walk away with pride, knowing that the job was done right and it was done well. And I know Clarissa gets a lot of compliments back. She gets the phone calls back from the happy customers. And I don't know if I've ever heard of anybody calling back saying anything but compliments.
Yeah.
So that really speaks volumes about the type of people you are and that you're really out there, even if I understand you guys install too, right?
Yes. So we
still install
every day.
Listen, we have to get our fingers dirty. We will. Like I said, we're not just trying to make other people do our work. We will lead by example.
I will always work in my business.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Forever.
Yeah, and then we can talk about working on your business. I talk about that all the time.
That's very important to me as well.
Yes.
So that was the process. Do you guys take care of like dings in the glass? You know how you get that rock?
The repairs?
Yeah.
Anything with glass, we'll help you with. If it's too large, we'll let you know.
Okay.
They tell people larger than $1 bill. No, it's anything bigger than a quarter. If it's in your line of vision, you have to replace your windshield.
Yeah.
We'll make sure it's done the right way.
And you just show up at their location,
Same
do
thing.
the same thing. That's amazing. So Dan, who were you trained by because I know when you came into the industry, who were you trained by?
Well, originally I was trained by Josh, this guy.
This guy.
No,
I was trained by this guy.
the wrong way, actually. And then I actually got a job where Reggie works, and Reggie trained me.
Stop it. So, is that how you guys met?
So
That's how we
that's
met.
how we met. I remember this vision.
Reginald, look at you.
I remember this vision. One of my positive things of helping people out, and I created a monster. When I say I created a monster,
In him? Oh, without a doubt.
monster.
He's obsessed.
He was this quiet little kid. He was sitting on a milk crate smoking a cigarette when I walked into the shop. When I first seen him, just sitting there.
We've been talking about you smoking.
Yeah,
So-
well, not cigarettes anymore.
No,
So.
Good.
So he was
Good.
sitting on a milk crate in the shop doing nothing, kicking dirt around, smoking a cigarette. And I said, "Look at this kid. Who is this kid?" And we went on the road together the first day. He was pretty good already. I mean, I trained him a little bit. He had the natural. He was natural at it. Just tried to teach him little things in there. Being more positive about life and more things and refinement. So my motto was can't stop, won't stop. That was my thing. I put it in this kid. It was a man now, and he ran with it. And he probably took it to a different level than I was talking about. But whatever, it worked.
Yeah, but his can't stop, won't stop. I mean, he doesn't stop.
He's at a
doesn't
whole
stop.
different level now. but-
Ideas and constantly, he's a creative element.
So now
right?
instead of talking, I listen. I changed it. So it's kind of like I listen to him and sometimes he wows me. So I kind of I like that in him. So it instills a lot of positive in him.
I know you guys have the two separate companies that are working together.
Right.
And I love that you work together that way. But I noticed that about you, Reggie, is that when Dan comes up with these ideas and you're just like a creative machine, he comes up and you're like in 2030 when we're you were still in 2021, just to let
He's
you
like
know.
in Terminator.
I can't turn it off. I wish I could, but I can't turn it off.
Don't wish you can. That's a really great, great thing to have.
Sometimes it gets me in trouble. So.
Well, I'm sure it does because you get ahead of yourself. But if you have a really good mentor, then that allows you to be pulled back, and we can put it in the right boxes.
Perfect.
And that's the important thing. But never turn that off because that is a beautiful thing to have. Some people would kill to have that ability, but you do listen, and then you tweak them and you put them in a direction.
Kind of back him up
take
a
what he
little.
says, back him up a little. So I've noticed that about you. You have this great relationship with each other that you balance each
He's
other.
my yin to my yang.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Happy medium. So
Yeah.
it works.
Yeah.
It works.
It really is cool. How'd you find Clarissa? Because I'm telling you, she's like the bomb.
Okay, so I went to school with her. Okay, so, and we ran into each other one day, and I was like, she was just telling me how COVID hit. They kind of laid her off, and what she did, I said, I have an idea. And I said to her, I brought it to her attention. She's like, I would love that. As we were creating this from the beginning, and we filled her in on this, and I introduced her to Dan. I'm like, Dan, you have to meet this girl. She just got the best voice on the phone.
Yeah,
and she's real. She's like, she's never
cares.
Right.
Very sweet.
And from day one, when we brought her in when we started promoting it and getting our marketing together, we wanted to bring her in. So we said, just come and see what we're doing. I want you to see from the beginning what we're doing. So you're not just jumping in, and I want you to put your input on what you think is right, what kind of logos you like from the beginning.
Yeah.
So we brought her in from day one, and you could just tell off the bat she wanted to be a part of it.
Yeah.
She
loved the idea.
Yeah. She loved the idea, and she put her 2 cents in, and I think she kind of evens us out. Two guys, sometimes we just start running.
And she feels like she's a part of it, too.
Yeah. Well, she is a part of it.
Well, she is.
Yeah.
So, it's good to have her because she kind of keeps us in our place, too. She's, a little more, I guess, organized than we are.
Well, but that's good.
Yes.
So you have the creative element, you have a positive element, and also someone who can just oversee the whole thing.
The little things.
And minimize some of the detail. Because Dan does you dive a little deep.
Yep.
And that's good. You need somebody who does that, but you need somebody who said, okay, well, that's fine, but right now we're doing, A, B, and C. We'll get to Z soon. You're already on Z, and then the next idea.
Yep.
So that's amazing. And what you meant, I think what you meant to say, Dan, was that she feels like a part of it as well as a result of the fact that she is a part of it.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
She doesn't just work for us.
Right.
She's a part
it's
of
not
us.
just a job. She's part of it,
Yeah, she's to help us grow, and I feel like she's a great asset to us.
We're a good, cohesive unit.
Yeah, you guys are. You really are, and again, that caring attitude. Knowing that when you contact your Autoglass network, that you're going to get responsible for professional people
yes.
who talk with their hands apparently and make mics vibrate right on the radio.
Yeah.
So it's all good. I do it all the time. Don't worry about it, Mike. Don't worry about it, Dan. I see Michael in the background. He's just laughing. It's like, how many of our guests do that, Michael?
I lost count about 2 weeks after I was hired.
I thought that was like a gong segment, like he went too far. I was like, all right, now.
You're done.
Session over.
I thought the music was going to start playing, actually.
Session over.
That's so funny. So that's really funny that, Reggie, that you trained him. Did you ever think when you saw him and trained him that you guys would be having a business together?
I mean, I knew we'd do something together. Because not only would we work together, we became good friends.
Yeah.
So through the years, I watched him develop and grow, and it was nice to see him grow. And I felt like, we always talked about it.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm your son.
No.
The way you talk about me.
Yeah, I mean...
Well, he's proud of you because, when you mentor somebody, you get proud of them.
Listen, when you start from where you started from and you see how he is now, you got to be proud.
Yeah.
But no, we always had an idea and a vision.
Yeah, but you know what that says?
Yeah.
People can change and people can learn and you
Absolutely.
can go from one place and go to another. And all you need to do is have that fire. And he has a fire that is
Jesus.
unstoppable.
I think it was
And
always
love
there.
it.
I just lit it.
Yeah.
And then it never turned off.
Yeah,
So.
and that's the mark of a really good coach and mentor, and that's with your being a what do you call it? A personal trainer.
Right.
I couldn't think of the name. When you're as a personal trainer, you're used to lighting people's fires. So
I don't realize I'm doing
great.
it. Sometimes it's just a natural. I think it's like an instinct. It was instilled in me.
Yeah.
I guess. So
I think we both enjoy helping people. Like that's truly, how I feel.
Yeah, and I think that's the bottom line of your Autoglass Network is that it's all about helping people, keeping them safe, and I really like that. So I'm going to ask the question. I know you're going to roll your eyes at me, Dan, but what's your why? What's your why? Why do you do what you do?
Why do I do what I do?
Yep.
I just love business. I'm obsessed with, taking things apart, putting them back together.
Yeah. Obsessed with cars.
Absolutely obsessed with cars.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never seen somebody be able to identify a car from the grill. I gave you pictures
crazy.
of grills, and you were like, "Oh, that's a blah blah blah." And
if I'm driving in my car in the rearview mirror at night, I can tell you what kind of car is behind me just by the headlights. It's just something that's so natural to me.
Yeah.
I take so much pride in my work, like working on other people's cars and the customers and the relationship I have with them. It's just this is why I do what I do.
That's
I love
awesome.
it. Absolutely
that's
love
a great
it.
Way. What's your why, Reggie?
that's actually a great question because you never really ask yourself that question until somebody asks you, "Why do you do the things you do?" Thinking, at first when I first did it, I just did it because I was naturally good at it. It fell into my lap.
Right.
And then it became more than that. I actually started caring about it and the people around me. And then I seen how other organizations ran their business, and they never really told them exactly why we're doing it, how we're doing it, how important it is, why we're doing it, why the car has to sit for so long, why it's important to bring the car into a shop. So I guess I want to explain the knowledge of the business and how important it's not just getting your windshield changed. There's more to it. It's, it has to do with your family and safety, and it's the biggest thing. So to me, safety and family-oriented stuff, that's my why. It drives me.
Yeah.
And then I'm not going to lie, Danny probably nudges me a little bit, probably lights a little fire in my butt now.
Yeah. So
it kind of changed a little bit. So now when I see him so excited, I'm like, oh, I'm kind of excited the same way.
Yeah.
So I always knew I was going to be a business owner. I always had that in me to me, just a worker.
Sure. Probably multiple businesses.
Yeah, I am pretty good at it. So I guess that's my why, because I really like the business. I like what I do.
And I love what you said, and that's a really great why too. I love what you said about seeing how other businesses handle things. And you actually, your takeaway from that is stuff that you didn't want to do and you wanted to make it better.
Positive,
and you made
right.
that. So you walked away and you learned from it.
Right.
You didn't sit there and poo-poo it.
Right.
You came out and said, okay, I don't want to do that. I remember having a conversation with my son, and he was dealing with someone that he did not enjoy. And I was like, well, you need to work with them at this particular moment.
Right.
So what can you take away from that? And what he took away with, and this is just as important as positive things, which is
Right.
what not to be, what not to do,
Yes,
what you don't want
absolutely.
to, how you don't want to feel. I'm like, remember how you feel right
Right.
now. And when you're talking to someone, how you don't want them to feel like that. Those are really valuable lessons
Yes.
that I see coming
They make
out
you a
of
better
all.
person too.
Without a
Yeah.
doubt.
Yeah, you're as strong as your team is, basically, at the end of the day.
Yeah.
If everybody around you is strong, you're just as strong as the team.
And that's what I see with all the technicians, and the reason why you send them through the training is so that you have strong members of your team, and you actually form partnerships, right, with each of them.
Yep.
Each of your technicians and the people you certify.
Yep.
You're in business together, right?
Yes, we are. We're all in the same business.
Yeah.
Just do the right thing, Make sure your families are safe. We all have the same goals.
Yeah.
Just try to do the right job.
They help our business grow, and we help their business grow.
I love that.
And that's just lifting everybody up.
Yeah, and you help them with all aspects of their business too if they need it, right?
Yep, we could do the marketing for them as well.
Right.
They need help marketing, advertising, whatever they need.
Management.
Like I said, you're only as strong as the people around you.
This
so the
is
stronger
true.
they are, the stronger we are. We all grow together.
15 seconds. Anything that, if you could say anything, and you can right now to our listeners, what would that be, Reggie?
I would just say, look into your Auto Glass network. We're growing. We will keep your family safe. We want you to enjoy your car because, I would treat every car like it's my own. And, we want to grow. I want you to be a part of our family.
Love it. Love it. And you, Dan?
Just, I guess, education. We try to educate people as much as possible on why these features are so important and what they mean and how they function and how they operate. And, again, keeping everybody safe. And cars are expensive, and you don't want things done the wrong way, and you want everything done the right way. And
yeah, I love it. I love it. So I just wanted to say that you do things what's called management. Your management is expectation management by educating your clients. So I love it that they know that you're going to have the car for X amount of hours or what have you. So that's a great thing. But thank you both for being on. We really appreciate it. Again, it's your Auto Glass Network, and it's also Automotive Technology Solutions. But if you need glass replaced, that's where you're going to want to go. Thank you all for joining us today on Healthy Lifestyle with Lori Anne. My heart is always lifted by sharing this time with you. And as I usually say, time is so limited, and your time and making that time to share with me really, really means a lot to us. We appreciate you. In the meantime, thank you for joining us on Healthy Lifestyle. I am Lori Anne Casdia. Until next time, play a higher role, serve a higher purpose, show up for you, and show up big.